MSTR or strategy is at deep discount territory, currently sitting on the 2-year moving average. And if we just look at the distribution curve of the Mayer multiple, so very quickly, the Mayer multiple is the ratio between this 200 daily moving average, the 200-day simple moving average, the light green line here, and the underlying price. What we can see is, if I just remove this so it's a little bit clearer to see on the chart, looking at the ratio between price and this 200 daily moving average since strategy adopted a Bitcoin standard. I got there in the end. It's a busy day going to Prague. If you're in Prague, come over and say hello. It'd be lovely to meet up. We can see that right now it's towards the lower percentiles. Recently, in fact, what I can do is add on to this distribution curve the current percentile reading, and recently this went down to as low as 0.774, indicating that about 99.2% of the time, MSTR's ratio between its closing price and its 200 daily moving average was higher than it was at this low. Now, granted, this is when MSTR had this big dump towards $104, but we can see if we also add on the ratio between when we actually reached that level and historical instances of us reaching that point, when was the last time we reached that level? Well, again, when we bottomed out at about $13, and a few days after that, again, at about $14. Right now, we're coming down, and we're not as low as we were previously, but as we can see, we're right on this 200 weekly moving average. Now, strategy recently, just giving away what we're going to be talking about in a second, has got quite a bit of criticism, given the fact that they're potentially facing billions of dollars in losses. I mean, if we just go over here, we can see that their cost basis is somewhere around the mid $70,000 region. So even though they have been able to continue accumulating and potentially bring down that accumulation price, it's making headlines that they are, after many, many years, at a fairly considerable loss on their position. However, I don't think all is doom and gloom. STRC or Stretch is gaining popularity and traction, and even though I do have some doubts, recently Saylor actually sold some Bitcoin, which I actually think is a bit of a good thing for the long-term likelihood of success for the digital credit frontier. But what we can see is, if we go over to the shares here, the amount of dilution actually seen on MSTR shares has decreased significantly because they're able to allow new avenues to actually pay the dividends for STRC, and STRC is providing so much capital income to accumulate new Bitcoin. All in all, it's not looking too bad. Given the fact as well, if we look here, about 2 months ago, we made a video pointing towards about the $130 level as a key accumulation zone for MSTR. Now, of course, they are incredibly correlated, Bitcoin to strategy. So if Bitcoin is going to continue struggling, then we can probably anticipate MSTR is going to struggle as well. But there's a few other points that I'd like to bring up. If we look at the relative strength index, the RSI, again, since they adopted a Bitcoin standard, it's only been lower on 2 prior instances during the previous Bitcoin bear markets. And then again, recently, 2 instances as we dropped initially to about $150 and then again to about $104. This is on its way down again, but as I said, we're at this 200 weekly moving average, which I think is a pretty good area of support. But I think down here, there's a lot of value to be had. If we just go over to the BTC versus MSTR chart, which is one of my favorites for gauging some insights into whether we should be accumulating directly to Bitcoin or looking to maybe increase our exposure to the volatile market that is BTC by going into a proxy like MSTR. And what we can see, once we reach this red zone, it usually indicates that it's probably worth rotating back into BTC. Because when we price Bitcoin in MSTR stock, we can see it's very similar to the USD chart, but there's not really big highs. In fact, we typically range between, should you be in Bitcoin, which is when this is down in the red zone, meaning Bitcoin's going to outperform MSTR, MSTR is likely going to have a deeper retracement, or when we're in this upper green area, historically it's been a pretty good indication of whether we should be rotating into MSTR. Now, recently for the site subscribers, as we came up into this green zone, as we were around $130, this was my last accumulation territory. Now, I was looking to scale out briefly before as we hit this orange territory, but we didn't quite reach there. We hit this 1-year moving average and have since been moving up, indicating MSTR has been underperforming. But we're now at a pretty key level of support. This 200 daily moving average on this ratio is looking good. We're seeing this red 2-year moving average on the BTC versus MSTR ratio coming down, into this green support territory as well. And we're generally making it's not the easiest to see there. We're generally making lower lows, indicating that the trend for potentially allocating more capital towards MSTR is becoming slightly more favorable. So I'm buying MSTR right now. I've been pretty public recently about my increasing aggressive accumulation of Bitcoin, but am I going to now start risking it by putting more capital towards MSTR? Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're a million miles away off getting some real discounted territory for MSTR. We just go back here and look to this chart here, which is almost a fair valuation dashboard of where MSTR could be. And given the fact, as I filmed this, you have about 845,000 Bitcoin, granted, when we look at the MNAV, net asset value premium, they actually use enterprise value, which comprises of total debt rather than just looking at pure market cap. It's arguable which is more representative, but I like to just use the market cap. We can see that their market cap is lower than their Bitcoin holdings by about 18%. This, in my eyes, isn't too different to buying $1 worth of Bitcoin for 82 cents. Now, what I put in here is a target price of the previous or current Bitcoin all-time high, just above $126,000. If we see no more accumulation by strategy at a 1x net asset value premium, the share price would be over $300. That's about a, 2.5x, nearly 2.4x? That's not bad, and that's, if anything, fair valuation. Now, considering they have been very, very aggressively accumulating Bitcoin, I think somewhere close towards 900,000 in a few months' time is probably realistic. And if we just start getting slightly above this net asset value premium towards even 1.25 or 1.5x, then again, very quickly it becomes very favorable to have some exposure to MSTR. If we actually look at just the raw chart, we can see of the premium to Bitcoin net asset value ratio, in the previous cycle it reached 3.17, and that was with very aggressive dilution of strategy shares, just to constantly fund this Bitcoin accumulation. But now through other avenues such as STRC, we're seeing constant aggressive Bitcoin accumulation with lesser dilution of MSTR shares. So around these levels, beneath $130 at this 200 weekly moving average, at one of the most oversold levels we've ever seen according to the RSI and the Mayer multiple, getting towards major levels of support on the BTC price and MSTR index. I think especially if we can hover around here, start showing some strength, start bouncing around here, maybe reclaim some key levels of resistance, I think around this kind of $135, $140 level. If we can start coming back up, taking this as support and moving higher, then around there is where I'm going to really start getting bullish and start actively accumulating MSTR as opposed to Bitcoin. But as I said, Bitcoin Pride this week. If you are in Czechia, I think that's what it's called now, please do come say hello. It'd be lovely to meet some of you in person. And as I said, just a quick update today, no summary section, as I'm busy conferencing, meeting lots of like-minded Bitcoiners and seeing who within the industry is building to actively make the space better. And who knows, maybe I'll even get to ask Saylor why he pivoted on his never sell your Bitcoin stance. I mean, I know why he pivoted, because it was unsustainable, but either way, I'm sure he'll have some amazing announcements that everyone loves. But as always, if you did like this video, if you didn't like this video, if you hate treasury companies, just let me know. Regardless, either way, looking forward to hearing your thoughts and opinions and lovely takes as per usual. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.